Welcome guys, Nyanamungela. Welcome to a new episode of Mnakwethu, season 5, episode 1. So guys, as you know, my videos were taken down by DSTV. So this is what I'm gonna do from today. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment and tell me what is your suggestion. What can I do with these videos without getting a copyright? So I'll tell you, I'll go with you guys through this episode and show you what was happening. I'll just put pictures there, then you can see. So we're gonna speak about Siyanda. Siyanda is a 23-year-old mageza. He's a tax owner. So he's looking for isitembu. Then he gets to meet mseleku. When he meets mseleku, that's when mseleku was like, looking at this guy, I don't think he's fit for ngoba nimbona nje for isitembu, you know. He explained to mseleku everything, but before that, we see Siyanda saying, giving his intro, like his name is Siyanda, I'm 23 years old, I'm a tax owner. Then he was asked, who are you dating? He's like, I'm in a relationship with this girl. The girl is 21 years old, guys. She's 21 years old. She's a Christian. Her dad is from Mozambique. So she's a loving person, very beautiful. As you can see, she doesn't have kids with this guy. Guys, can you believe what this guy say? He says, this girl told me she miscarried, but I don't believe personally that she had a miscarriage, because I feel like she had abortion. Who says that? You know, when you have your person, you trust them, and when you go through changes like that in your life, especially when you have miscarriage, you lose something. It's like, even her, the girl, she even mentioned that I felt like I lost myself. I lost part of myself when I had a miscarriage. But to guy would say, Mina, I don't believe it's a miscarriage. I believe what was keep ISIS. So I don't know what is with men who always like find a fault in a woman, not knowing what they go through, you know. So as you can see, guys. So yeah, then after we see the meeting, Usisi no Siyanda, the girl was saying, I wanna go home. I wanna study in Limpopo. What? And the guy was showering her with love, like, I can't live this life without you. If you are far away, I'm gonna miss you. Saying all these sweet, twinkly words. Guys. But anyways, that's when we see the guy meeting mseleku, and when he met mseleku was like, looking at this guy, I don't feel like he's ready for his tempo. He's fit actually, because you know, when you want his tempo, you need to have like that energy for two people. Can you imagine, like 2 women? Mseleku has got 5, ne? But looking at himself, you can tell he's fit. Mentally, physically, and financially, he is 100% fit. But let's talk about Siyanda. Siyanda, as you can see, guys, Siyanda is not... excuse. Guys, Siyanda is not... I don't think he's financially stable. I'm not judging him, but personally, you can see somebody, you know, from far. You can just see this person, I don't think is ready. You know, I don't think so. I think it's just this thing they have as Zulu guys, not in a bad way, that is tempo, is like fashion, you know. If you don't have it, you feel like you're less of a man. You see, the conversation went good with Mseleku. Mseleku asked him, for how long have you been with this girl, your wife? He's like, for a year. Then Mseleku is like, do you have kids? He's like, no, we don't have kids. He's asking, what's the reason? He's like, she's got a problem. Mseleku was like, what if you are the one who's... Guys, my voice is bad. I just woke up. Mseleku asked, what if it's you who's got a problem? He's like, no, I don't have a problem. The medical expert tells us ukuthi yena nguye onenkinga. Okay, cool. All right. Then asikhulume ngomamncane, ne? Second girl. What is the story about yena? Uyabona, how long have you been dating? Sorry guys. The one they've been dating for a year, it's this bathi bani lo umamncane, ne? That's the one they've been dating for a year. Umamkhulu, it's been more years dating, right? Since 2023. So obviously they don't have a child. With umamncane now, Mamncane doesn't have a child and they've been dating for a year. Then Mseleku is like, what if you are the one who's got a problem? He's like, no, I don't have a problem because there's one thing I didn't tell you. Umamncane, she's a virgin. You know, we haven't done anything. She's still 100% a virgin. Mseleku was like, oh, okay, now I understand. You know, so as you can see, then he was like, go please fetch her and let's see. But we cannot break this news to umamkhulu and say we are here for this reason. You can't bear children, so we need a second wife. Because that is not nice to say to somebody, and it can lead us not getting this tempo that you want, which is true, guys. I saw the other side of Mseleku that I loved, you know, because he can have that feeling good. You can't, that's hating somebody when you say, I'm gonna tell her the reason why I'm looking for a second wife is because you can't give me children. I have to find children from umamncane. What if umamncane doesn't get that child as well? Because these things happen through the God's will. You can do that thing every day, but the child doesn't come just easy. You know why? Because lo phezulu akadakwa. You know, he doesn't drink beer. He's always sober. He know what he's doing. Who is God? You know? So Mseleku was like very reasonable. Like, we cannot break the news to Mamncane and say, to Mamkhulu and say, we are here with Mamncane because you are failing to do your duties. We cannot say that. Thinking of Mseleku with Makhumalo's problems, I felt like he came in this one with more like understanding and a soft heart, you know, to feel what same thing that Makhumalo feels, you know, in Mseleku household. So we see Mseleku tells Siyanda, go fetch umamncane. Then he goes to fetch umamncane. Niyambona usisi, guys. She's very young. She's beautiful. She's light skin. And you know what? This guy, he even mentioned that, guys, sorry, my daughter, she's coughing. So he mentions that usisi lo ngimthanda ngoba 1, she's slender, 2, she's yellow bone, 3, she's respecting. Okay, you uthanda ukuthi uslender, uyi-yellow bone. Your wife, sikhuluma ngomamkhulu, she's dark skin, very beautiful. Black is beautiful. I'm telling you. I'm not saying this mamncane is not beautiful. I'm just saying it gets like you are offending the other woman if you're gonna say this one ngimthandela ukuthi uyi-yellow bone. What about me? Ngoba ngiyi-dark skin. That's bad. Very bad. Lo Siyanda lona. Okay, cool. Nyambona ugirl uyazikhulumela ukuthi ukhuliswe ngubani. Like, she didn't have a father in her life, but a stepdad have to step in, you know, and she didn't feel like there was no dad in her life because ubaba, like stepfather, stepped in and made her to feel like she doesn't need her biological dad. That's why she was like, I don't need my dad because I never felt like I need him. I still survived without him, and I'm still surviving without him. So, guys, there are other people out there who can still look after somebody's child as their own, you know. I'm saying kudos to that man to raise a girl, a little girl, until she's a woman. Nabona manje sengumamncane. Until that stage, and you hear that girl saying, I didn't need any father, because my biological father, because my stepdad stepped in and made me feel like I'm his own child. It means a lot. Such people, they don't get the praise they deserve. I feel like he deserved the best. He did very well. Okay, we can move on. We see the girl goes to meet Siyanda naye uhlangana nosisi unikeza amablomu uyamtshela ukuthi sohamba manje siyohlangana nomseleku. Okay, they go, they meet mseleku. When they meet mseleku was like, judging from the appearance of umamncane, I feel like I can see ukuthi nomamkhulu maybe is this age mate. I'm just judging from looking at mamncane, because you can see they are still very young. They are 21, 22, 23. What do you know about marriage? What do you know about his temple? You know, it's gonna be a long journey for them. Okay, but guys, there is a twist at the end of this video. Let's see. So, she sits down. Mseleku is like, sit next to your man, not next to me. Okay, who are you? And do you know why you are here? She's like, yes, I know. I want to be a second wife. Okay, we am Tandalo, but yes, I really love this guy. Okay, cool. Okay, so why are you here? Like, I think so zalabantwana. Uzozala abantwana. Umamkhulu yena akakhona. Athi umuntu wami ungitshela ukuthi umamkhulu she's failing, so I will have to step in and do that duty. Nyenza abantwana. Okay, cool. But listen, we cannot state that reason to umamkhulu, because she'll be very offended. Okay, they were like, it's fine. Then they did go to chat, then they have to go call umamkhulu. They left Usisi, they go to umamkhulu. When they arrived, guys, you will see this facial expression that I will put there. Bathole usisi lo umamkhulu ehleli nobhuti wakhe. Hi guys, you will see the reaction from usisi. She was shocked. Even ubhuti lo sisi was very shocked. They were all shocked. Kwenzakalani, you know. And Siyanda was panicking, you know. I didn't think he thought he expected to see his brother-in-law. No, you know, he came with this courage, you know, braveness, unknowingly that the person he's gonna meet is a brother-in-law. Okay, cool. So when they arrived, they find ubhuti uhleli. They were like, okay. Mseleku will greet with, you know, Mseleku will greet you in a nice way, you feel welcomed. Then Mseleku was like, baba ngicela like to move a little bit so we can chat with your daughter. The guy was like, this is not my daughter, it's my sister, you know. So I can't move here. I really want to know what is going on because I'm her guardian. Mseleku was like, oh, you are her guardian? It's like, yes, I have to know what is going on. It's okay. Mseleku was like, yeah, kuluma ge Siyanda. Siyanda couldn't say any word. Siyanda couldn't say any word. But Mseleku continued and like, you can say, you know, we are here now. He was like, yazi, I don't know how in Zulu, I'm Venda. So I don't know in Zulu how you say to your brother-in-law. So he was like, you know, my brother-in-law, I came here because there is a big issue. I just want to share with your sister. He was like, say it. Siyanda couldn't take out those words from his mouth. But he ended up saying, I thought of Lamanisa. The brother was very furious. I was like, why? Tell me the reason. Anyiguzwa, tell me the reason behind this. Then Mseleku was like, please exclude yourself so we can chat and see if he can give the reason enough. Because when you are here, he can't be able to talk. Then he moved the brother. He went by the side. He was on screen. We saw him. Then he broke the news. It's like, I'm here because I want a second wife. She didn't get that story. She was calm, but she now was becoming very angry because Mseleku asked, why do you think your husband wants a second wife? She was like, because I can't have children. That one really broke my heart. I cannot have children. Okay, Mseleku asked, you cannot have children, or you don't have children for now? She was like, I cannot. God, that one broke my heart, because seeing a woman, having to explain her womb in, like, there are things that you cannot change. There are things that you didn't choose. They happen naturally. So having yourself to be put in that situation, to be explaining to people, it's heartbreaking, guys. I know how it feels. I've been in that situation before. So I felt for her, when she said I lost a baby, I felt like I lost a part of myself, So Mseleku was like, can you give me a reason? Like, did you and your husband, you don't chat about family planning? She was like, I can't talk about that. She lost it. She moved. She went in the bathroom, and Mseleku tried to beg her and like, please come. Then that's when she said, she came out. Then she was like, why he didn't talk to me first about this thing? And there are many ways we can get a child. We can also adopt. We can also do IVF. We know, guys, there are many ways you can do this thing. So Mseleku was like, okay, did you ever chat about that with your man? She's like, no, I haven't, because he never also raised this issue with me before. So okay, then they went to sit down. On that one, guys, first time I didn't agree with Mseleku on this episode. He was like, women, they don't understand. You can't bring somebody's child, like adopt and bring somebody's child with somebody's surname to our family. You cannot do that. Women must also know that you can't do that. In our culture, Zulu, you cannot. So I felt like that's being selfish of men, not thinking. You think about yourself first. You don't think about the other person. This is a union. It's two people, doing life together. She's allowed also to give her a 2 cents. And adoption, I don't see any problem with adoption. It's just that when you adopt, you need to be financially stable. You need to have a home. You need to have a good life going on. So I don't think Siyanda can do that for now, but it's something they can work on. It can be done. It can happen. So yeah, she sat down and she was like, I cannot accept this. But Seleku was like, the lady's here, we can bring her. She's like, oh, ukona. They bring the lady. The lady, when she was there, umamkhulu athi, mina angikufuni sisi, angeke ngikuvumele ukuthi ube khona la emshadweni wami. This is gonna end here today now. Then she just stood out. She's like, take off this mic. I'm not gonna be part of this. If they don't end this relationship now, I'm going back home. I'm not gonna be part of this relationship. Ubhuti ka mamkhulu, he stood up, he came. We see he's got like he is not well, he's got crashes and everything. He's he's what do you call it, guys? I forgot the name. But anyways, as you can see, then he came back, he fetched his sister. He's like, we can't do this, let's go. She's like, take off this mic, I don't want a part of this. She left. So that is it, guys. That's the episode. At the end, the girl also mentioned that if Siyanda can't talk to her lady and beg her, I'm not gonna beg her, but I'll also leave. I'm not gonna be part of this relationship. If she's failing to talk to Mamkhulu, I'm not gonna be part of this relationship. That is the twist at the end. And thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you. You guys, what happened with my YouTube channel. If you can go look, you see there's so much change. You must go watch the video that I put yesterday, so you can understand my reasons not to do those clips anymore. So yeah, just be nice and go to the comment section and tell me what you think. And tonight, it's a new show for Mageza. I can't wait, guys. I can't wait. Thank you, guys, and cheers.